and that is why we also call this as antiderivative. This is why we call it as antiderivative. So this is what we have. So integration is the opposite of differentiation. And in literal meaning, when we are saying what is integration all about, integration is all about adding small elements to get a large one. This is the core concept. This concept of joining a small element to get the large one is a very useful concept in mathematics, and it has been used several times in areas. Just to create an interest, I told you that all the formulas in mathematics which you have studied in your school days, like a very fundamental formula, area of circle pi r square, area of triangle half base into height. And imagine all the formulas which you have studied of related to area, volume, and all are actually derived from integration. Now imagine the contribution. And then this application is extended to higher studies. ये सारे calculations useful हैं higher studies में. And the same is true for business organizations also, for business management also, that in our business organization we have a lot of applications of integration, that is this concept of joining a small element to get a large one. I will come to this point later on. Quickly, the integration, which is the opposite of differentiation, and it talks about this one. As you know that we have a proper symbol for integration which is mentioned here. ये जो symbol आपको मैं दिखाना चाह रहा था last time, वो ये symbol था. This is what we have in the word file. If you see this symbol, this symbol, this is the sign of integral, right? And then the language is integration of fx, the function, with respect to what, dx. Now this is the the main point, that we have the function fx and we integrate this function. The result of this is capital Fx, which we also call it as integral.
You're not audible.
हो गई क्लास अब। The first class of quantitative.
Am I audible to you now?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
you
sir.
are.
Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir, you are.
Actually, today I am taking the class from the department. So there's some problem in my connectivity. I'm rejoining and sharing again my file. I don't know how far I'm able to. Is my word file is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is.
Am I able to show you? Okay. So, okay. So all of you, please see here. I think I have discussed with you the definition of integration, which is the opposite of derivative. This is the symbol,
Yes, sir.
integral fx dx. And when you take the integration, it will give you the capital Fx plus a constant c. See the example, integration of x square dot dx, that is x square with respect to dx. And it gives you x cube upon 3 plus a constant c. So the point which I would like to make it here is that whenever you take the integration, there is a constant followed within the answer. So x cube upon 3 is the integration of x square plus constant. So integration always consists of a constant c. This is what, the point that you need to understand. Now, quickly, I would like to show you some of the basic rules of integration that will help you to understand it further. Please feel free to discuss if anything is not clear to you. Rules of integration. Integration of this. Integration.
Sir, you're not audible.
Sir, you are not audible.
Yes, yes, I'm now. I hope that I have joined. And now I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what the first type of function which I'm saying. This is exponential function. And if you take the integration of this function, I'm just giving you the exact form with respect to dx, it will give you what it will give you. It will give you a small x
Upon N.
n plus 1. n plus 1.
Sir, again not audible, sir. Welcome back, sir.
Hello, is my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Is my word file?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
It is visible.
I'm my sincere apology. I don't know, here in the department there is some connectivity issue. Still, I'm trying to change my network and doing it. So, dear students, I hope you are able to see the first rule of integration, which is for exponential
Yes,
functions,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
And, yes. And this is the example which I have already discussed about this rule. Quickly, I'm moving this. This is the example which I actually wanted to show you. So if the exponential function is x square, it will give you x cube upon 3 plus c. Now, if this is not the exponential function only, I would add some more thing here. What I will do, I will keep this here, and in place of doing so, I would add a constant k into this. Like if this is not x square simply, I would do it like this. And I would put it here, for example, 9 dot x square. If I will do so, it's not only exponential function, it is a constant multiplied to the exponential function 9 into x square. And then I will ask you to take the integration. So according to the rule of the integration, the constant k, I'm talking about k, will come out from the integration, and then the rest of the thing will remain the same as what I have discussed it here. This one. So k will remain as it is, and k will be multiplied to this xn plus 1 and this one. So if I am taking like this one, the example, if I am taking like this will become 9 will remain as it is, and remaining portion this will add. So if rule number 1 is if as exponential function we have x raised to the power n. Rule number 2 is if we have the number constant multiplied with the exponential one, we have this formula, right? Third, if we have only an exponent, a constant, for example, if we only have a constant, like I will keep it here, this one, and we don't have any exponential function, we simply have this a constant k, and then we have to take the integration of this. So we have the constant k will remain as it is. We have x k into x, and then we have plus and the constants. So these are three very fundamental rules of integration, which are very useful when we calculate the integration. The first one, अगर हमारे पास function exponential है. Number two, if we have the exponential multiplied with a number like k in this case. And the third, which I have already discussed, is the constant k, and the integration will be k into x plus c. So can anybody out of you tell me the third rule? If we have the constant k and I'm getting kx plus c, how do I get this? Yes, anybody out of you? How do I get this kx plus c?
We
Integral
can
of
write k
dx.
multiplied by 1.
Again, one is a constant, so that's not possible.
Sir, it is the
So if
integral of
if
dx.
X to the power
a,
0
okay,
is
fine,
equal to
understand.
1.
One is a constant, then how do we get x from here? That's the point.
Sir,
With
The integral of
dx.
so
dx.
we
The integral of,
so it's x to the power
dx.
0 dx.
that's the best answer. One can also be written as x to the power 0. And when it is x to the power 0, I hope you understand, you apply the first rule, it will become x. So that is how we move into this. So x raised to the power 0 will become x, and that is why we have kx plus c. These are the three fundamental rules. I will show you the fourth very important practical rule. We don't have a single function. We have multiple functions now. For example, I will just copy it here. We have integration here, this one. F x x. Okay. And then we have plus sign, and we have g x. And then we have to take the integration. We have two functions now, fx plus gx. And I have to take the integration of these two functions together. We have to take the integration of this. Now, according to the rule, as what we have done in differentiation, आपने differentiation में देखा था जब we have two or more than two function and we are taking the differentiation, we take the derivative separately. The same rule is applicable here. If we have the integration of two or more than two functions which are separated by plus sign or minus sign, both the signs are here. We have plus sign or the minus sign. So either it is plus or it is minus. We have this. Then according to the rule, we have the integration of fx. We take the integration of fx separately, this one, into dx, plus we have the integration of dx dot dx. So we have this one. So integration of fx plus gx, we take the integration of fx separately and we take the integration of gx separately. So suppose if we have the expression like this, we have to take the integration of x raised to the power minus 2 dot dx plus x raised to the power 5 dot dx. Bracket close. Now if we want to take the integration of this, so what shall I do?
Integrating both of the functions separately. Like x to the minus x plus 5, x to the power 6 upon 6.
Minus 1 by x plus x to the power 6 by.
Yes. What is the rule that we apply here?
So by
So
integrating
plus
both
C.
The
separately.
first and the fourth rule.
First and fourth.
So what is the final answer then? What is the answer of this? X raised to the power minus 2. Yes. The
X
integration
plus
Minus 1 by x.
x raised
minus,
to the power. So we
minus
have
x plus
Minus 1.
6
minus
upon 6 plus
2
3.
plus 1.
Minus
2
1
plus
upon
1
x plus x to
whole
the power
divided
6
by
upon x. 6.
minus 1, right? Then we have plus, and here x raised to the
X to the
power
power 6 upon 6.
plus 1
X to the power 6,
Upon X.
x
6.
to the power 6 divided by 6.
6.
And the final answer will follow a constant c. So finally, if we simplify, this is x minus 2 plus 1 means it simply become minus 1, right? And this minus sign, minus 1 here, we can write it down here also. Minus x to the power minus 1, right? Plus x to the power 5 plus 1, that will become 6 4 power 6. And this constant is constant. So these are some simple rules of taking the integration, right? These are some very, very simple rule of integration. Now, my focus is on those who are looking into this integration for the first time, especially those who have not studied integration before this, or who are revising this concept of integration after a long gap. Any question, any query from your side? Otherwise, I will move directly to the application of integration.
Sir, may I ask a question?
Yeah, please, please.
Sir, I have not studied after 10th integration. So, sir, how can I improve on this? Any book, specific basic book, so that I can cover it up? Because I am not able to understand even a bit from this.
Farhan, the point is that there are many books, but
Yes,
the point is that you don't have time to read and to solve the question. What you do is you are attending my class and I'm telling you just do one thing.
Yes, sir.
Revise what I have discussed with you, and then I will share questions with you. You please solve only those questions. Unnecessarily, you open up a new book and you start solving 100 questions. No need for that.
Yes,
Just
sir.
quickly revise what I have discussed, and then I will discuss some questions to you. I will share some questions. You solve those questions and ask to
But
your
sir, for
student.
that, even basic things needed, na?
It will
Even
automatically come. All those questions which I have discussed with you is based on basic things, basic fundamentals. So
Okay, sir.
आपको सिर्फ इतना करना है फरहान, that you solve those questions and discuss the solution with me. In case if you have any question, I will discuss with you your solution. That's it.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Need not to bother too much, need not to worry too much that how do I do and start opening up new books. Don't do that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let me share with you a question, a numerical question, a problem which is related to business organization, and how do we solve it. Now, I hope my PowerPoint slide is visible to you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so kindly read this question carefully. Kindly read this question and find it out what is given in this question and what we need to calculate. What is given and what we need to calculate. And think about it. Shall we go for differentiation or shall we go for integration? That's a point. Okay, so shall I read the question? This question is about a production process of what? Right? Uh, it- this is about paper and paperboard production in United States. And what they have discussed that a function is given to you. What is this function is all about? This function explains the production, right? In 1990, the production was 80.3 million short tons, and since 1970, production has been growing at the rate given by. So the rate of production. So the question is all about the production process of paper and paperboard. And what it is given? It is given that from 1970, there is an increase and it is growing by following this function f dash x is equal to 0.048x plus 0.95. Right? Where what is x given here? X is the year after 1970. 1970 के बाद कैसे प्रोडक्शन पेपर का और पेपर बोर्ड का यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका में बढ़ा है, that situation is represented with the help of this function which is given to you 0.048x plus 0.95, where remember that x here is not the quantity, x here is the number of year after 1970, right? So this is what we have. Now what you need to see here is what it is given. Yes, anybody out of you, what it is given to us?
F dash x.
The derivative of x. Function
what
x.
Okay, fine. F dash x, somebody said derivative, but what actually it represents? ये क्या बता रहा है हमें f dash x?
So cost.
Rate.
Cost नहीं.
So rate at production.
Sir, growth of
Yes,
growth
Ahmed Sadiq is right.
rate of growth.
Yeah, Akhil, you are right. Here actually it represents the change in production. It represents the change in production. Fx is the production and f dash x is representing the change in production per year. And you know, in the language of function, in the language of business organization, change in function represent what? Change in represent what? Marginal.
Rate.
Rate or marginal. So primarily, this is the marginal production function which is given to us. So marginal production function is given by for the first derivative f dash x, which is 0.048. So from marginal production, what actually we want? We want the actual production. हमें क्या चाहिए? Marginal से actual function चाहिए, fx चाहिए. So actually, what do we want? We want from f dash x, we want fx. मैं इसको word पे एक बार समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ आपको. I just open up my word file. Is the word file visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know that we have fx right here, and if fx is given to us, and if I ask you to calculate f dash x, आप क्या करते हैं? What you need to do? You have to go for
Differentiation.
Differentiation.
differentiation. This is what you need to do is differentiation. We have discussed it. Here the process is reverse. Here the process is that f dash x is given. Here the situation is opposite. हमें यहाँ पे क्या दे रखा है? Here f dash x is given, and from f dash x the requirement is to calculate fx. हमें ये calculate करना है. Now this is the opposite of differentiation. So what we need to do? We have to go for integration. Yeah, this is what. तो ऊपर वाला था fx से f dash x. अब तक हमने जितने क्वेश्चंस करे वो ये किए हमने. From for example from cost, जैसे अब मैंने आपको बताया था. From cost cx, you need to calculate the marginal cost. You need to calculate. We go for differentiation. Here the process is entirely opposite. यहाँ पे क्या दे रखा है? यहाँ पे हमें marginal function दे रखा है. Cost नहीं है, वो marginal production function दे रखा है. MP दे रखा है हमें. और from marginal production function, what we need to calculate? We need to calculate the actual production. ये दे रखा है. This is the situation in the question. So I hope it is clear to all of you that why shall we go for integration?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me shift it to the PowerPoint presentation once again with this explanation. Yeah. So now f dash x is equal to 0.048x plus 0.95. So what shall we do now? We have to go for this integration. So now, for the sake of simplicity, the integration I am sharing it with you. Integration I am sharing. Integration of f dash x dx. That is integration of 0.048x plus 0.95 dx. Now 0.048x. Which rule you have to apply? कौन सा rule यहाँ पे लगेगा? Second rule, the constant k multiplied with x raised to the power n. So here it is 0.048 and x raised to the power 1. So that will make it 0.048 x raised to the power 2 divided by 2. That makes it 0.024 x square.
0.24.
Yes. Then 0.95, which is constant. So 0.95 is constant. It will become 0.95x. And then it is followed by a constant c. Constant c. Clear? Is the integration clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
I'm going back to the slide. Previous slide. Now. All of you, please do it in your copy. Always remember that whatever we are discussing, please do it in your copy. Now, if you see the integration, which I have discussed in my previous slide, there is only one unknown left. And what is that unknown? Constant. If you see the final answer, it will become 0.024x square plus 0.95x plus constant c.
Constant.
C. Now the question is that how do we get the value of this constant c? इस constant c की value कैसे निकलेगी? The solution to this problem is given in the question itself. Now see the requirement. What is given? Find fx and the production level in 1970 and 2000. So find fx. In the question itself, it is given in 1990, the production was 80.3 million tons. So in 1990, what is the level of production? 80.3. So
Yes, sir.
now see the solution now. See here. It is given here that according to the question in 1990, the production is 80.3. So in place of 1990, it is wrongly mentioned here is 20. Is it wrong to write 20 here, or is it right to mention 20 here?
Wrong, sir.
Wrong.
Right.
It is wrong,
Nine.
sir.
This is wrong. So what shall we do here in place of 20?
So this is right because reference is given of 1970.
Ah, it is right, because remember that what is x? Question में अगर आप देखेंगे what is x? X is the number of year after 1970, and they are asking you to find it out. It is already given in the question that the level of production in 1990. So 1970 to 90, how many years? 20 years. The level of production is 80.3. So अब आप सिर्फ क्या करेंगे? In the above function fx, that is 0.024 x square plus 0.95 x plus c, equate it equal to 80.3 and replace x with 20. So what you need to do is that you put the value of x is equal to 20 and equate it equal to 80.3. Now you have the equation which is already solved, and you will get the value of c, which is coming out to be 51.7. So the final function fx will become 0.024 x square plus 0.95 x plus 51.7. Are you able to understand this solution?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, your voice is not coming.
क्लास ओवर हो गई क्या?
हो गई।